Hey YouTube, Selkill here, and my body, and your body too, and the phone you're watching this on, are made out of atoms, and as we all know, atoms are made out of a negatively charged particle, an electron, and a positively charged particle, a proton, and of course neutrons, but they aren't relevant in this situation. But what are these particles made of? Electrons, you can't really divide them any further, so there isn't really an answer for what they're made of, because they're some of the smallest things in the universe, but there is an answer for protons and neutrons, and this is quarks. Quarks are absolutely tiny particles. In fact, they're so small that they aren't even considered 3D objects. They're considered 0D points, if you will, in space-time. And these quarks make up all of the protons and neutrons in the entire universe. There are 6 types of quarks: up, down, strange, charm, bottom, and top. Up and down are the most common ones because they're the most stable and lightweight ones, and so almost all matter uses them, but you still can find particles, as I made in this video here, that are made out of strange or other types of quarks. And you can actually, using a special technique, make these quarks out of nothing, which means you're technically making matter out of literally nothing, apart from energy. So quarks, 3 of them, make up a proton, and if you try to pull these quarks apart, they are held together by these special things called fluxes, and the way that the force works on the flux is the more energy you try to use to pull it apart, the more it pushes against you. And if you try to apply too much energy to pull apart these quarks, then they'll simply use the energy that you use to try and pull them apart to create new quarks to bind with out of nowhere. They're just using energy. And it's an interesting thing, even though it wasn't known until recently. But it's not very practical, especially when you consider just how much energy needs to be applied to separate quark-antiquark pairs, which are what these are called, to create new quarks out of non-existence. And thus, although it is making matter out of non-existence technically, it's not really that serious or important.